Happy New Year and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl aw-peh and I'm in Tokyo. Welcome to my Road to 10K series where every second and fourth Tuesday of the month, I'm going to share with you guys things that I've been doing or trying out in order to help me grow this channel from, I think we're at 1,400 subscribers now, to 10,000 subscribers before the end of 2025. On October 1st of last year, I made a video saying I wanted to be monetized by the end of the year. And like on December 20th, I posted a video update to that about being consistent for 90 days on YouTube and what I've learned from that. But I didn't answer the question, had I actually made it to monetization? And I didn't answer the question because it hadn't been the full 90 days yet, okay? As of December 29th, 2024, your girl is officially monetized. Ooh. Thank you all so much for your support so far. This series is just my way of giving back to you all for anyone out there who's watching me who also wants to become a YouTuber and become monetized. For the first video in this series, I want to share with you guys some of the really horrible advice that I have just truly had to ignore on this road to monetization. And I truly believe that had I taken this advice to heart, I would not have been able to get monetized in 90 days. So let's just get into it. First piece of advice I had to ignore: don't do it for the money, do it because you love it. I think that that is the worst possible advice. If you're watching this video, I have to assume it's because you want to monetize on YouTube. If you want to monetize on YouTube, that means you want to make YouTube your job, whether it's a part-time job or a full-time job. Think about the job that you have now. Do you love it? And if you love it, do you love it every single day? No, of course not. But you still go. You still show up because you've been disciplined to show up to your job. That's how you have to see YouTube. If you're just thinking of YouTube as something you do because you love, on the days that you don't love it, you won't do it, which means you won't be consistent. And if you're not consistent, how can you expect to start making money? How can you expect to reach monetization? Monetization requires consistency. YouTube only gives you 365 days to get monetized. After 365 days, you have to start over again. It's a rolling 365, but still, like, you need to be consistent in that amount of time in order to get the ball rolling on monetization. So yeah, whenever I go into a video and they're like, oh, do it because you love it. No, that's crazy. Similar to like if you watch fitness videos, they'll tell you you cannot go to the gym just because you love going to the gym. If you're trying to like lose weight or change your body, you have to find something else to motivate you, because on the days that you don't love it, you still have to go. For me, because my journey was to monetization, the thing keeping me going was the idea of making money off of it. Fun fact, it took me a little while to get actual partnered. So I was eligible on the 29th, but I couldn't get the YouTube partner thing until like a couple of days ago because I had an old AdSense account and I was like, oh, should I make a new one? Blah, blah, blah. I ultimately decided to just reattach that one. I had $37 in there. So they was like, bet, all you need is $63 and you get your payout. Can't wait. Mind you, YouTube been sitting on my $37 for some years. Craziness, but whatever. Anyway, money is a very motivating factor. We live in a capitalist society. You need money to survive. I don't think that that's a bad motivational thing. And when people tell you that it is, they don't know what they're talking about. The second piece of advice that I was getting a lot that I just had to ignore ultimately was to niche down. And I think that that's horrible advice specifically for lifestyle vloggers, which I am. Obviously, I'm in Tokyo. It's in the name. It's in the opening. People were telling me, oh, you should only do vlogs that are Tokyo based. You should only do videos that are about Japan, about Tokyo. Ultimately, that was not my audience, and I don't know where I'm going to be 6 months from now. I don't know where I'm going to be a year from now, 2 years from now, and I don't want to get pigeonholed into a location that I'm not guaranteed to be in the future. My audience is lifestyle for Black women. If you're interested in Black women content, if you're interested in lifestyle content, that's who I make videos for. And it shows in all of my content. It shows in my vlogs. It shows in my sit down videos. It shows in my posts. It shows in how I show up for my community. And I think it shows in how my community shows up for me. Now, it's not to say that you can only be a Black woman and like my content. It's not to say that you can only have an affinity for lifestyle vloggers and like my content. But for me, I cannot niche any further down than Black women lifestyle. I think that if you are a lifestyle vlogger, regardless of like your demographics or where your location is, I think niching down beyond like general lifestyle to me seems like a bad bet. Everybody's different. Like I said, for me, it was ultimately a piece of advice that I had to ignore, which leads me into the third piece of advice that I feel like is getting it's like a really hot topic right now, especially on TikTok, and that was to stop vlogging. So many videos are saying nobody watches a vlog from a new YouTuber. Don't vlog, no one cares about your life. That has not been my experience. vlogs. I will say, obviously living in Japan and most of my audience is in like America and the UK, I think are like my two top places. So maybe for them, seeing a vlog for someone living in Japan is very exciting just on its own, no matter what I'm doing. That being said, I will say one of my best performing videos is a vlog, and it's when I had a jam-packed weekend. I went to the Yuki Chiba concert, I went to Tokyo Ramen Street, and I went to Yokohama Bay for the day. It was a selfish vlog. I didn't teach y'all how to do any of that. I don't think I walked y'all through pricing, where to go. I didn't give itineraries. It was very much so watch me do all this stuff. And it's one of my best performing videos right now. Actually, let's check. Oh yeah, it's one of my best performing videos. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 6 from the top. And then underneath that is another vlog, 7th from the top. So yeah, my vlogs are some of my best performing videos. They're not how to, they're very selfish vlogs. I think it's like the term people are using. I would say when people are saying selfish vlog versus unselfish vlog, I think there is value in presentation. So perhaps instead of saying, oh, just spend the day with me, I could have maybe said, watch how I fit a month's worth of activities into a weekend. Maybe that's like an unselfish vlog, and it's just like how I presented it is different, but the content itself is the same. Also, another really well performing vlog I had was very recent, maybe like last month. I posted, I was dealing with like seasonal depression and it was affecting like my holiday cheer. And that vlog did really well. Wasn't a how-to, it was a selfish vlog. I didn't do anything exciting. I kind of was just wallowing in despair for most of the vlog, but it was transparent and it was relatable. I think when it comes to vlogging, the people that want to watch your life are going to find your life, and you don't have to do too much different in order for them to want to watch it, if that makes any sense. If you're a new YouTuber and you're only wallowing in despair and you don't have any commentary and you're not doing anything exciting, yeah, maybe vlogging might not be it for you. But if you know that you want to vlog your life and you know like what you want to portray, go for it. I think the whole don't vlog, selfish vlog, non-selfish vlog, to me that debate just seems really weird because YouTube was designed as a vlogging website. Very weird. Number 4, I hate when I'm watching a video about how to grow on YouTube and one of the pieces of advice they give is to stop comparing your progress to the progress of others. I think that that's crazy. Again, going back to the idea of trying to make YouTube your job. I used to work at Sprint many moons ago. Sprint is a commission-based job. I would constantly be like, okay, me and this guy have been working here for the same amount of time, but he has a lot of repeat customers that come in and they only want to work with him. What is he doing that I'm not doing? How can I change my customer service so that I can start getting customers like that only want to work with me? It wasn't that I just started preying on his downfall. It wasn't that I started feeling like I wasn't doing my job. It wasn't like I wanted to morph into him. But if we're talking about two people doing the same job and one is having more success than the other, I think it's crazy to be the other person and not look to the person and do some comparing and contrasting. I think the issue is when you become jealous or covetous of what another person's progress is or what another person's success looks like. Because success for somebody might not look like success for me. When I posted an update video on my journey to monetization, a lot of people in the comments said, yeah, you have the same amount of views than me, or you have less views than me, but you have more watch hours. Success looks different to everybody. For me, I was trying to get monetized. So having the watch hours was more important than the views. Now I'm trying to move in to have a good balance of both. If I was going to go back, I could look at those people and say, they do have a lot more views than me. Let me see, like, what's going on with their channel that they're getting more clicks than I am. When people are saying, oh, don't compare your progress, I think that that's a tool that's only going to hold you back. Especially, again, if your goal is monetization, a little bit of comparison is going to help you. It's going to guide you and it's going to help correct any missteps you might be making. So yeah, I ignore that advice. The last piece of advice that I had to ignore is the idea of pre-planning your content for extremely long periods of time. Now, just hear me out. I feel like we've all seen them at this point. It'll be like,
plan a year's worth of content ideas with me in the next 30 minutes.
Or
a month's worth of videos in 10 minutes.
Or
plan a quarter's worth of videos in 15 minutes.
To me, that seems unrealistic depending on the context of the way you're using the word plan. If you mean plan just as in ideate, come up with ideas, that's one thing. But if you're planning out your content with a very rigid structure, pre-production, production, and post-production, for anything further out than I would say 2 to 4 weeks, especially as a new YouTuber, you may find that you are going very far off in a direction that's not working for your channel. For example, example, last year I was so excited about this series that I wanted to drop. I kept talking about it. I was really, really excited. It was like 24 hours in Tokyo, where every video I would put together an itinerary of something you can do for an entire day in Tokyo. And I dropped the first one in that series and it did not perform the way I thought it was going to perform. It did not perform the way I thought. I thought that that was going to be the video that just took me over the edge. I said, oh, they're going to eat this up. Gobble, gobble. Barbecue chicken. Didn't eat. Crumbs still on the plate. Yeah, it did not do what I thought it was going to do. Had I continued down that road, just because I had already planned and was into production on 2 more of the videos like that, there's a chance that I would have found myself working on all of these videos, spending money on all of these videos, only to find that they were not resonating with my audience. I think when it dropped in the first week, I think it only got about 200 views. I think even now, like 2 months later, it's at 400, so not that much more progress. But at the time, my other videos in the first week were getting like 200, 300, 400 views. And so I could tell, like, okay, this is not resonating with my audience. Let me put this on the back burner. Let me move forward with a different idea, which I did, which performed really well, and also started me doing the Get Ready With Me's. And those have all been well performing videos on my channel. But because I wasn't so attached to my content plan of dropping those videos in that series, I was able to pivot to something else and take time to realize, did I misstep with this series? Was there something else I should have done? Could I have done this better? Was it the title? Was it thumbnail? I was able to kind of analyze it more. And now that I've spent more time analyzing where I think I went wrong, because I was really love that series, I'm able to now make a plan to relaunch that, but not 3 or 4 in advance, just 1 more, see how it performs, and then move into the next one. And the old footage that I had, I was able to just fold into a vlog, and I still was able to use that footage, and it all worked out. Don't become too attached to any particular content plan, especially as a new YouTuber, because you don't know yet the direction your channel is going to go, because your audience dictates the flow and you don't know what's going to resonate with them. So keep that in mind. All right, I hope this video was helpful. It wasn't quite advice, it was like anti-advice, but there's so much bad advice on YouTube, and I think that's because YouTube pushes videos that are about growing on YouTube, which is fair, and I think people know that, they see that, and they want to get in on that, and so they just kind of are coming up with random things, and they're like regurgitating things that they've heard other people hear, and they don't have any numbers, they don't have any transparency behind it. And so for me, that was really frustrating when I was on my journey, and so I kind of just wanted to share things that I have kind of had to be like, I can't use this advice. And I hope it's helpful for you guys, because it has been very helpful for me to ignore all this advice. One piece of advice that I can give you that is really great is always be yourself. And if yourself is interested in myself, then on this side, here is a video for how you can make 2025 your best year ever with a vision board that actually works. I show you guys my 2024 vision board in this video, and I am convinced that that vision board is the major reason why I was able to have the success that I had on YouTube last year. On this side, here's a video that YouTube thinks you're going to like. Do you like this video? Watch it and leave a comment in that video and let me know. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.